Okay, MajicJim on RC Groups has written me asking me about the YF23 Gray Ghost or Black Widow 2 intakes. How do you set those up? How do you get the angle right? And where does the inboard side of the inboard panel actually lie? I sent him some pictures, but I also thought I would just do this video to help him and other people who may be trying to do this at this time. Of course, there's tabs, or actually there is tabs for the outboard side, and then it also rests against the inboard edge of the lower KF airfoil. But this inboard panel, which lays behind the front carbon rod, actually lays along that score fold line that makes the first panel for the bottom of the fuse. At least at the beginning, that's where it starts. And then it ends, if you look here in the end of the plane, you can see that it ends right on the edge of that cutout that we make, what I made anyway, that allows the air to come up over and around the carbon rod that goes behind the motor mount to get the air back to the propeller. And you see, it's just inside that, maybe about a 1/4 inch or more or less 3/4 inch off the edge of the motor mount itself. But mainly you want to just bring it right to that edge of the foam cutout. If you can see that, it works that way on either side. And looking at it this way, you can see it too. See how that cutout allows air up through the air intake below the wing and up into the prop slot chamber. Anyway, that's how that works. Now, as for getting the angle right, what I have to do, because you just I hold those in position with tape or whatever, and then glue it. But to get the angle right, I put a piece of tape here and then drag it across, kind of make a patch like that, to pull this side over, and you want it to more or less come up to where these are roughly the same angle. It basically makes a trapezoid. Works that way on both sides. And when you do that, you get that angle set, then you can add the glue, like I showed you in another video, down this exposed the open side of the score fold joint on each side. And once you do that and that hardens, then that's going to hold it. You can take the tape off and this shape will maintain. And as I was pointing out to MajicJim there in Israel, doing that, making those nacelles right, you see, doing those right, dictates then the angle of your rudders, because that's what determines it. So once those are installed correctly, look at it from the back side here, your rudder angle is going to be right. I'm missing the post over here. All right, there we go. Your rudder angle is going to be right. Let's look at the back. There we go. See, you got those rudders at this angle you want. So it's that simple. And also, as I pointed out, I think in an earlier post, to reinforce this skirt, brace this better, I forgot to add that line on the pattern. It's very simple. You already have this, comes up like this. You can see the black line. That's normally what's there. But there doesn't need to be a joint here at all. This is all one long line, straight line, as you can see. So all you do is you come from this point and go back to here to say, oh, I don't know, what's that, about a 1/4 inch or so, wherever you feel like, off the corner there. Take that back to here. It'll clear. This is a 7-inch prop, and it clears it just fine. And that gives you that, and it will work also on the smaller, if you're building the smaller one with the 6-inch prop. It works in that smaller, in a 42-inch size plane too. This is the 50-inch Gray Ghost. Anyway, so there we are, just like that. If you follow that, you'll get a pretty good plane. Oh, also, he was wondering about how the fuse all went together. And this is just one piece. These sides go together. If you bevel the foam, you can get it to go together. Now it does kind of a bends two ways here and back here, but it will do it. And I wanted to try foam core since he is MajicJim is building it there in Israel out of a foam core board. Now I buy an 1/8 inch thick or 3mm foam core for my templates that I make. This is well, there's a stack of them. Here's my MiG-29, for instance, where I've glued the enlarged drawing of the plane itself onto the 3mm foam core board. Normally it comes in 6mm or 1/4 inch, whatever. But you can get at the Artist Supply House. They'll have various thicknesses, 3/16 or 1/8 inch, whatever. Foam core. I'd get the thinner stuff because I don't really need the thickness, and it's easier to cut. It's also, as I've turned out here, I've never beveled it before, but I want to try a piece, so I beveled the edge of 2 pieces. As you can see, it's doable. You need a sharp knife, as you would anyway, and you can put a bevel on the edge, and then glue them together, and it really makes a nice edge. I do a lot of taping and stuff with mine sometimes, but you can get a really nice quality edge out of that. Now, another thing you could do, you could come back with a piece of tape, I guess, over that, but one of the things I do with my architectural models is I will cut the foam, but I leave the paper hang past that point. You could do that, crease it, fold it over and glue it down if you wanted to, but that's going to look a lot like tape too. That doesn't make just a bad miter all by itself. You can see that in the resolution that I got on this camera. Anyway, so that works too. Well, I guess that's it. I hope, MajicJim, that this helps you in your build, and looking forward to seeing the maiden flight.